What up out there, YouTube heads, travel wolves in the building? What's up out there? We back. We back. Ooh, I see Tarzanian Tony checking in. All right, we about to talk about, do passport bros want to be lied to? Do they want to be lied to? I believe that's the topic of today. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to just, we're just going to cruise around. We're going to keep it loose today, man. I really don't want to just be focused on one topic, I don't really want to just be focused on one topic. So we're going to keep it loose. We're going to talk about a few things. Do passport bros want to be lied to? The psychology behind the movement. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned. This is what we're going to discuss. Let me shout out a couple of people. Tomboy, where you at, Tomboy? You big old hoe ass nigga. Tomboy, where you at? He know who he is. Shout out a couple of people. You can donate to the channel. Come on. You guys gotta want to donate to the channel, man. I don't know how you cannot donate to the channel, man. Shout out Marcus for the $10 shout out Marcus for the $10 cash app. Really appreciate it. Shout out Marcus for the $10 cash app. I don't know how you guys don't want to support my channel. I just don't understand. I be trying to read about it. I be trying to put it in the AI, in the language learning model. I'm trying to figure out what is it about my channel that you people don't want to support it. I can't figure it out. I don't know. I'm an advocate for you guys supporting everyone else, even my enemies. Go on and donate to their channel. Go on and do all that. But I don't understand why you guys don't want to support my channel. Is it because I talk about sucker ass niggas like Richie Mack, who's lying, who's the reason why Thai women are getting dragged across the floor? Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand, is the reason why Thai women are getting dragged across the floor by passport bros. New video title coming up Monday. Tap in for it, about Richie Mack and how he's contributing to the abuse of Thai women. Oh yeah, we coming for that nigga. We coming for that nigga. We gonna get him. And Tomboy too. We gonna get Dirty Mac and his little Tomboy too. On some real shit, man. His little Tomboy too. That's a sound effect. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you, I just hate passport bros. I hate passport bros. I am a passport bro enemy. I hate them sons of bitches. Passport bros are sons of bitches. There's sons of bitches and there's sons and there's motherfuckers. Two different things. But those guys are sons of bitches. Passport bros' mothers were female dogs, basically. And they're the sons of female dogs. And it's all their fault. It's all their fault. Get the likes up, subscribe, make sure you donate to my Cash App, leave feedback. Come on, I don't know how you guys don't want to support me. Boy, it's so frustrating. It's just, I guess that's why, right? You want to frustrate me. And I gotta concede, it's working. It's frustrating, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay because YouTube is not my plan. YouTube is not my only plan. I got so many plans, like I can't even pay them attention. Like I have so many plans, it hurts me. It's to my detriment because you really got to have one plan and put your all into it. You really just got to have one plan and put your all into it. You can't have other plans and backup plans and alternative plans, any of that stuff. But passport bros, I've come to the conclusion that they want to be lied to. They want to be lied to. Being lied to is better than the truth. They want to be lied to and they don't care. Everything's a lie about passport bros. Everything. Okay? And we're going to talk about the psychology behind why they want to be lied to. But let me go on. Let me start with the lies first. Here goes the lies that passport bros want to believe. The first lie. The first lie that passport bros want to believe is that handsome game and body game matter. Handsome game and body game matter. And that's a lie. That's a lie. Because as you can see from the video I showed you guys a couple of days ago, I'm not going to say whether or not that guy was what they would say handsome, because I'm a man. I don't know what a handsome man is. No straight man should know what a handsome man is. So I don't know about that. But I know that he was physically fit looking. He was physically fit looking, but he had problems dragging a 90-pound, 100-pound girl down the hallway. You saw him struggling. He was like a tug of war. It was like a tug of war with him and 5 niggas. With them little chicken legs he had. But the body game don't matter, okay? It's not going to make her submit. It's not going to make her stop whoring. It's not going to make her fall in love with you. It's not going to make her not ask you for money. It's not going to make her do anything that you need her to do. So body game don't matter. That's the first line of passport bros. Go to the gym, work out, work on yourself, lift weights, get in shape, build muscle, blah, 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 blah. You know what you would be better off doing if you were a passport bro? You know what? I'm not going to tell you what. Because I don't like giving out good information for free. If you're good at a thing, I believe you should charge for it. So anytime you want to know what you should be doing as a passport bro to succeed, shoot me that $100 cash app and I got you. Shoot me that $100 cash app with your email in the notes and I got you. All right? The second lie that they tell passport bros. The second lie that they tell passport bros is that it's going to be no expense or a very low expense. It's the second lie they tell passport bros. Hey, go overseas. You can get a girl and you don't have to spend any money on a date. And you don't have to spend any money on a girl. And if you do spend some money for sex, it's going to be a little bit of money. That's the second lie they tell passport bros. Listen here, man. Listen here. Nobody want to hear this, but this is the truth. Women need economic security. Women need economic security. I'm going to say it again one more time. Women need economic security, especially in developing nations. They are not willing to forego their culture, their familiarity, their comfort, all the standards that you guys practice. Let's be honest. You guys don't like me because I'm not like you, right? You guys don't like me because I'm not like you. I don't fit in. I don't meet your standard of what you find attractive. So a foreign woman thinks the same way. They can never like you because you don't meet their standards of what they find attractive. You don't fit in. And we're going to talk about that because that's the next slide. But the point is that they forgo all of this for a price. So therefore, nothing can be free. Nothing can be free. They don't like you. They don't dislike you. They damn sure don't want to get to know you. But for a price, you can have their company and their attention. And that's it. So the second lie is that, oh, it's free and the women are so welcoming to talk to you. No, that's not true. That's not true. Okay? That's not true at all. So that's the second lie they tell you guys. There's no free, they tell you guys it's a free lunch. No, there's no free lunch out here. And you should be aware that things are going to get a lot more expensive in certain places, especially Thailand. The price is going up on a lot of things because the influx of tourists, it's not a surplus, it's a scarcity, less resources. China about to put down, I think, 100 million tourists this year alone. Things are going to go up. Things are going to go up. So a lot of you are going to be priced out of Thailand. A lot of you guys are going to wind up in DR just by default. But even DR is developing too, slowly. See, all these countries are entering what we call the quarter century. Okay? The next 50 years got to be their best years. And the best way for them to do that is to raise prices. They raise their cost of living. The people who live there got to raise prices. And then they scale this by the large amount of people coming in. So then they make more revenue. So for African American men, obviously, who have money problems, we know y'all have money problems. I don't know why y'all keep lying about having money problems. If you niggas didn't have money problems, you would be donating to me right now. I would be at least 100 grand deep right now. I should be at least 100 grand deep from donations. $100,000 from donations. So you guys got money problems because you're not donating to me. You're not even donating to the people that you like that guy and Jay Rillo. You're not even donating to those guys properly. Razor Rays, right? You don't even take care of the people that you like because you have money problems. Let's just keep it real, right? Be being honest. See, this is the problem. You want to be lied to. You want to be lied to so fucking much, even in your real life, that it carries over into the fiction. This space, this time, this YouTube can be whatever you want it to be. And you don't want it to be the truth. You don't want it to be the truth. It can be whatever you want it to be, but the last thing you want it to be is the truth. You'd rather have it be a lie. And that's a dangerous thing to do for African American men, is to lie about our finances. Which brings me to the third thing they tell you. The third thing that passport bros tell you that's a lie. The third thing passport bros tell you is that these women are even available. These women are not available. These women are not single. These women are mothers, wives, girlfriends, okay? You think they don't see? What you don't understand is the failure of dating is only in America. The failure of dating is not in any of these other countries, not where men are in charge. There's no failure of dating in Brazil or DR or Colombia or Thailand for the locals. There's a failure of dating in America, but because we're not in charge and African American men don't really have a say in it. The white men are not in charge. It looks like they're in charge, but they're really not in charge. And African American men, we don't have a say in it. So the problems with dating is between white people, is between white women and white men, and it just kind of spilled over into our society. We could have a very good dating society as African Americans, but we don't. We don't, because we take a lot of our social cues from the dominant culture, from white people, you know? My throat kind of bothered me lately. Hold on a minute. The devil's a liar. When I get on a good point, the devil be trying to. I think these niggas really be back there praying. These passport bros, they be back there praying. So, so where was I at? Oh, so these women are not single. Okay, they're not single at all. They belong to someone. They've been involved with someone since they were children. And that doesn't change because you come off a plane last week, you know? So that's one of the lies. These women are not single. Let me give you the definition of a single woman for me. A single woman for me is a woman that hasn't fucked anyone or talked to a man in at least 2 years. I'm dead ass serious. That's the definition of a single woman to me. She hasn't fucked anyone or talked to a man in 2 years. That's the definition of a single woman for me. That's how long, that's the qualification for me. That's the standard. That's how long she has to have to be alone in her solace, in herself, for me to even consider fucking dealing with her. All right? If it's only been 1 year and 11 months, you know what? Fuck her. I don't even want to talk to her. If it's only been, this little chick that be walking past my window, she fine. Where she work at? Hooters? If it's only been 11 months and she's so sexy. It's this little chick that walked past my window. Anyway, I gotta go holler at her one day. But yeah, a single woman, 2 years, no sex, no men. Not even talking to her brothers. I'm so dead ass serious about that. And so these women in these countries definitely don't fit that criteria. When you're not looking and they go home, they're going home to get fucked. They still got a social life, man. I know you think she's selling pussy, but she's not selling pussy because she really has to. She's selling pussy for a dude most of the time, for her boyfriend, okay? Who may even be her cousin. You guys don't understand what's going on. But the women aren't single. That's the point. The next thing that passport bros do, the next lie that passport bros like to hear is the rating scale. Let's be honest. The rating scale is a bit overrated. So let me be clear about the rating scale for women. The highest is a 7. We like to talk about 8s and 9s. It's all cool, but really the highest rating scale for women is a 7. A 7 is pretty damn high. You guys may not think a 7 is high, but then you can't fucking count. Because if you could count, this is how many digits it takes to get to 7. It takes 7 digits, okay? So you guys can't count. That's a lot. Now, quietly as it's kept, this is the problem with men. Quietly as it's kept, men do not acknowledge the existence of women who are rated 0, 1, 2, and 3. Men don't acknowledge that. Women do. For men, women know that there are men who are 0. But we don't acknowledge that for women. But in reality, there are women that are 0, that are 1s and 2s. Okay? Most women in America are 3s. Therefore, a 5 is obtainable, and a 5 is a pretty sexy, attractive ass woman. But most women in America are 3s. And then they get some enhancements and they can give the appearance of being a 5. But for the most part, they're 3s. 3 is about the average. There are a lot of women who are 1 and 2s. A lot of women are 1 and 2s in America. Now, going to other countries, like I haven't been to DR, so I can only speak for Colombia, Brazil, and Thailand. So I'm going to rate them accordingly. Now, in Colombia, yes, per capita, Colombia is going to have a lot of 6s. A lot of 6s, man. A lot, like a lot. And then they got a couple of 7s, but they got a lot of 6s. I've never been to Colombia and seen an unattractive woman. I've never been to Colombia and seen a woman that I want to ignore. A woman that if she approaches me, I'll be like, I've never seen one that I would want to ignore. Colombian women, To me, they have a very strong femininity about them. They have a very strong feminine aura. And that's really what makes them sexy to us. We're at a disadvantage because we've never had women with a feminine aura. So because we've never had women with a feminine aura, a woman that exudes femininity, what we call a sex pot, man, we find that shit hella sexy. Okay? Hella sexy, hella enticing, intoxicating, inviting, right? So, for the record, the most beautiful women are in Colombia. In this hemisphere, they're in Colombia. Those are the sixes, okay? And you got a couple of sevens in there. But 8, 9, and 10s, we're not going to talk about that because that don't really exist. And if they do, you'll never get to them because 8s don't hang out where you hang out, nigga. She done got scooped up by a wealthy dude a long time ago. A long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Or she started seeking out wealthy dudes a long time ago. Or they got on her Instagram and her DMs a long time ago. So you're almost never gonna run into an 8. Unless it's like through a family friend, a friend of a friend of a friend. Just fucking good luck. I don't know. But so most women are 7s. That's why I say Colombia is bad bitch parade all day. Colombia bad bitch parade. Brazil is just a little bit of the opposite. In Brazil, a lot of the women are 5 and 6s. And then you have very few 7s. Most of the women are 5 and 6s. You have very few 7s. You have more 5s in Brazil than anything. Then you have a little bit of 6s, and then you have very few 7s. The reason why we enhance Brazil is because the images that come out of Brazil are of all these are of a few attractive women on the beach. But when you go to Brazil, it ain't a lot of attractive women there. Very few attractive women in Brazil. You know, they're kind of Brazilian women are kind of like uh as far as as far as I'm concerned for Latin America, Brazilian women are kind of like ordinary. You know, they're just a little bit boxy. They have a lot of diversity, different types, short, tall. You know, they're not really not attractive, but they're not sophisticatedly over attractive, right? They're basically just normal people to me. They're like normal women, regular normal women, average women. Then you got your gym rats, and of course, who doesn't love a woman with a ripped body, right? So then you got your gym rats. But most Brazilian women may, you know what I'm saying? But niggas again lying to these niggas, overrating it, grossly overrating it. But the thing about Brazil is that unlike Colombia, you can actually get a real girlfriend. You can actually get a real girlfriend in Brazil. Like a real girlfriend. You're not gonna get a real girlfriend in Colombia. You can actually get a real girlfriend in Brazil. You know, like a real girlfriend. So that's one of the points. And she's gonna look good because remember, if she's a 5 in Brazil, that's better than a 3 in America. That's a huge gap. 3, 5. 3 in America, 5 in Brazil. Huge gap, okay? If you can count. If you can count. And then a 6 and a 7. So again, you know, now going to Thailand, all the way across Asia hemisphere. I'm just gonna kick the ballistic with you. I haven't been there, but I have seen a lot of Vietnamese women, and I think every Vietnamese woman I've seen, from Cali to Hawaii to here, Vietnamese women are the best looking women out of Asia. Vietnamese women. I haven't been there yet. I'm looking forward to going. Now, the thing about Thailand is an interesting place because it's the only summer year country where the women are kind of chubby for the summer. Thailand has great weather year round, but the women aren't gym rats. They don't really work out a lot compared to Colombia and Brazil. So they're a bit chubby. They're a bit, they're a bit loose. flabby, right? And they rely on makeup, they rely on dressing and other aesthetics to enhance their beauty and their provocativity. They're really provocative. It's just like boom boom. That's what they like to say. Boom boom. That's boom boom. It's boom boom. It's like having coffee. You don't say you want to meet for coffee. You say, hey, you want to go boom boom? And they're like, sure, let's go boom boom. Very provocative. In Thailand, I would say the best you're going to get in Thailand is a 6. And again, that's difficult to obtain. 4 or 5 is probably where you're really at. 4 or 5 is probably where you're really at. But again, the provocativity can make up for it. Women can be sexy in a myriad of different ways, right? If you look at women as a whole, like a lot of you guys go to DR because you like the BBLs. Let's be honest. That's the next lie. A lot of you guys aren't getting real big butts. A lot of you guys are getting BBLs. You're getting fake butts. A lot of you guys like fake butts. No diddy, right? We're going to talk about that. That'll be the last lie that you guys like to be told. But the women in the DR, you guys just like a butt. So if you take a woman in her wholeness, right? This is what makes a woman sexy. Is she open with you about fucking? Is a woman open with you about your chances of fucking or not? That's what makes her sexy. How much makeup she doesn't use. That's what makes her sexy. How kind is she? How patient and understanding and non-judgmental is she? How does she dress? How's her hair? How's her personality? And does she get upset and jealous over you? That's the 7 things to me that make a woman sexy. Okay? But in Thailand, you're going to find a decent woman that you can hang out with, that you can be seen with, But I got to be honest with you. In Thailand, I've seen quite a few unattractive women and I've seen quite a few attractive women. But I haven't seen, like when I'm in Colombia and I'm like, oh shit, damn. Yo, I don't, like when I'm in Colombia, I don't know which way to go. I'm like, I don't know which way to go. When I'm in Brazil, I kind of can be like, let's go check out what's over there. What's over there? Who's that? I can kind of go over that way. But in Thailand, it's kind of like, I can do whatever I want. It's like, let's go over here, see what's going on. Let's go over here, see what's going on. And again, like I said, in my opinion, the women more closer to it being a 6 in Thailand, they don't like black dudes. They don't like black dudes. So the most you're gonna get out of Thailand for a woman is about a 4 or a 5, and that can be very, very and she's very, very seductive. They're very seductive people. They will seduce you. And seduction can make up for that. So do you want to be seduced? Go to Thailand. You want to be seduced? Go to Thailand. Let's give credit where credit is due. They are very good in Thailand about seducing you. Okay? B Sharp said, I agree based on the videos I've seen. B Sharp, what's the country? What's the country, B Sharp? Don't forget, guys, I got the Cash App up. The Cash App is Leave Feedback. Don't forget to donate to the channel. Okay? And be sharp. Let me know what the country is that you're referring to. But yeah, if you want to be seduced, go to Thailand. Now, you won't really get a girlfriend in Thailand, Colombia, and Brazil. There you go, exactly. Now, you won't really get a girlfriend in Thailand. You won't. You just won't. You just won't. We're going to talk about that. That's the next lie before the next lie. You won't get a girlfriend in Thailand. You will get a girlfriend in Brazil, like a real girlfriend, like a hold hands and that's your girlfriend, like a girl that won't fuck someone else that you know. She's gonna fuck other people. It just won't be anyone that you know. But in Thailand, you don't really have a real girlfriend. What you have is you have someone who's willing to seduce you. If you don't know about being seduced, I don't know what to tell you. But okay, you want to know what being seduced is? Think of Eddie Murphy in Boomerang with Robin Givens. That's what being seduced is. Eddie Murphy starts off as the seducer of women and ends up being seduced by a woman. That's what being seduced by a woman looks like. Eddie Murphy in Boomerang with Robin Givens. That's what it looked like. Okay. And so just like anyone else, right? You guys get seduced and you act just like Eddie Murphy did. And then she's like, it's been fun, Marcus, but I really wish it would have been better, but it's okay. And she moves on, right? That's what it looked like. You guys turn into Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. You want more, and you want more, and you want this, and you rely on how you look and your muscles, and she's just like, look, man, I already have a husband or a boyfriend back in my village. Okay? I'm not single. And if you want me, it's gonna cost you money. So you got the money? You got money? How much money you give me to be with you? And also, I want to boom boom. I want to boom boom you and you and you and you and you and you and you. That's what she's gonna say. And she's gonna seduce you. That's it. That's the whole thing. So again, they like being lied to. Now, the next thing passport bros like being lied to is that this is the big one here, and then I got two more. Remember, I got the BBL, which is the last one, and what was the one before the BBL? I gotta remember what it was. But the next thing that passport bros like being lied to about is that they are escaping the matrix. Okay? That they are escaping the matrix. You're not escaping the matrix, man. There's no escape from the matrix. If you understand the movie, there really is no outside world. What it is you have the matrix, which is the whole planet is the matrix, right? The whole planet, Earth, is the matrix. We are in the system within the system. Okay? What does that mean? That means that in order for our genetically engineered bodies to exist, they had to give us consciousness. The bodies failed without consciousness. So they had to allow the brain to develop and give us consciousness. And then to satisfy the brain, to keep our consciousness from rebelling all the time in assimilation, they had to give us choices. And the choices were, you could either continue with the illusion and not know the truth, the blue pill, or you could say, I don't want to continue. I see the truth that this is an illusion, this is rigged, the red pill, and then you get to be free and you get to go to Zion. So understand, Zion was always in the matrix. Zion was not in the free world. There was no free world. It was just another part of the matrix. And what did they do in the movie? They would take the red pill, be released, go to Zion in assimilation, and then they would re-enter the matrix to try to free more people or take down the dominant part of the matrix. But the matrix unilaterally is a big system. And then you have sub layers to that system. And in one compartment is where our consciousness lived as biological organisms. And then within that one compartment, you can either stay there or go to another little part of it where we lived as free souls. Best way to comprehend it, we lived as free souls. That's Zion. That's why they call it Zion. Go look it up in the book. Go look it up in the basic living instructions before leaving Earth. Go look up Zion. All right. So the lie that you get out the matrix, the thing they say that you get out the matrix, that's a lie. You never get out the matrix. There's no getting out of the matrix. Especially for a lot of you guys with these short trips, these round trip tickets, and you go to another country for 3 or 4 days or 5 days, that's not getting out the matrix. That's just going to Zion and then you're jumping back in. But more importantly, you're not taking the red pill. You're still taking the blue pill. You're pretending to take the red pill. Because when you leave America to go meet women in other countries, that's technically taking a red pill. That means you see the truth. Dating in America to you is either rigged or it's dead. But in reality, you're not really taking a red pill. You're just exploring. You're like red pill curious. You're red pill curious. You're walking around like this. And then you come back and you really were blue pill the whole time. You just go right back into your bullshit life. Okay? If you really are red pill as a passport bro, you are taking whatever bit of money you got and you're just out. You're just out. You're not worrying about income or all these things. You're gonna figure it out, or you're gonna let the universe figure it out for you. You're gonna trust that the universe is going to help you succeed without you having to do nothing. So what does that mean, right? That means that if you're a passport bro and you take the red pill, let's say yesterday you got your paycheck. Your rent's already paid. You got your paycheck. You got $3,000. Right now, you'd be looking for a Google flight. You get a Google flight. You get an Airbnb for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever you can afford. Maybe you share a room. Maybe you stay in a hostel. Maybe you get a room for a couple of days, and then you go find a local place to stay, because a local place to stay is going to be cheaper. And you tell your job to suck your dick, fuck off, and you don't worry about paying your rent for your apartment or your lights. You turn all that shit off, and that's it. You're out. You take all the clothes you can, and you're out. You have no intentions of coming back to America. And 1 week go by, and you're like, damn, I got 2 weeks left. I got 2 weeks of my Airbnb covered. What am I going to do for money? How am I going to pay for week 4 and week 5? And then the universe, maybe right around the last week, the third week, the universe transcends something to you, a job opportunity, a windfall of money, a networking connection. The universe brings you the work that you need, online donations, whatever it is, the universe delivers it to you so that you can continue to stay in this country, and it goes just like that. It goes just like that for however long you're going to stay in that country. But that doesn't happen if you want it to happen before you commit to that. Before you commit to that extreme change of life, nothing's going to happen. That's why it's called the red pill. When you do the red pill, it's committing to an extreme change of life without any understanding of what's going to happen to you. Maybe you end up homeless in another country, stranded, destitute, no income. You're on the fucking streets. And that's possible. But maybe that won't happen. Right? But when you take the red pill and you understand what the truth is, see, when you take the red pill, you understand the truth that this is all rigged. This may be a simulation. Therefore, if this is all rigged and if this is actually a simulation, you can't fail. In other words, you won't end up homeless and destitute. Something unique is going to happen. Maybe you make a friend down there. Maybe you meet your wife. And then these people take you in and they support you and give you shelter and food and help you find work, right? So something is always going to happen that's going to benefit you. But it's not going to happen if you don't take the red pill. And remind me to show you something real quick about this. Remind me to show you something real quick about the red pill, and that this has been researched and thoroughly studied. All right. So the next thing, what was the next thing? I'm skipping something. The next thing that passport pros like to be lied about. It was right. I was saying this thing was right before the BBL. I got to start taking notes because I can't remember. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can remember what the thing was. I can look it up on my phone. Let me see if I can. Give me 1 second because this one was important. Hold on a minute. While I'm doing this, get the likes up, subscribe, donate to the channel, leave feedback. Um, Donate to the channel, leave feedback. Hold on, guys. 1 second. And again, hold on, I'm just checking through my notes. There's a point I want to make, and I'm checking through my notes. Hold on a minute. Okay. You want okay. A girlfriend in Thailand. Okay. So I found out what I was saying. Okay. So, and I'm disappointed, man. How you niggas gonna leave because I'll be quiet for 10 minutes while I'm trying to look at my notes. How y'all gonna leave? Listen, we gonna talk about this bullshit, man. Cause I watch you niggas stay up on that guy's channel for 7 hours, and 3 of those hours, them niggas was sleep last night. The shit was crazy. Niggas was in the chat watching niggas sleep on the live. So I know you guys can engage and stay engaged if no one's talking. You just don't want to do that with me. We're going to talk about that too a little bit. Okay, so the next lie, last but not least, the next lie that passport bros like to be told is that you're going to get a girlfriend in Thailand. You're never going to get a girlfriend in Thailand. I'm going to keep this really short because it doesn't even need explaining or rehashing. Let me say it really slow for you guys. You would never get a girlfriend in Thailand. All right? That's it. We can move on. It's been said. Drop the mic. We can move on. Get the likes up and subscribe. Okay, now the last thing that passport bros like to be lied to about is that the Big butts are real. Big butts are not really real. A lot of these butts are manufactured. They're called BBLs. Look it up. Brazilian butt lift. Go look it up. Go look up how a Brazilian butt lift is made. That's what you putting on your thighs. That's what you backshotting. You're backshotting a bunch of shit. I mean that literally, a bunch of shit. That's what you're backshotting. Okay. You guys just like fake butts. You guys are drawn to prosthetic asses, prosthetic derrieres, prosthetic derrieres. Basically, that's what you guys are attracted to. And the biggest lie is that they're real. They got you guys thinking that the BBL is the girl's real butt, and it's not. It's a fake ass. It's a fake ass. So that's the most biggest lie that passport bros want to be told, is that women got big asses, especially in DR, and they don't naturally have a fat ass. They naturally have a BBL. Okay? They naturally have a BBL. Somebody was pumping, and then somebody's pumping, right? So they don't have a natural aesthetic, a natural posterior, a natural derriere. Their derriere is enhanced. And so therefore it can't really be all that attractive. It can't be like, oh, she got a fat ass. I like the fat ass. But you're attracted to a woman who has a fat ass that's fake. Not a real fat ass. She's not naturally looking like that. Okay? And that's why there's a big misconception about, oh, there's 8s and 7s. No, they're not, because a lot of the girls that are out there with the BBLs, they weren't really much until they got the BBL. Understand that, right? So that's what it is. It's a fake butt. It's a big disconnection that it makes them more beautiful than what they really are, and no, it doesn't. A woman who's natural with a fat ass, that's an 8. And you're not gonna find that again, like I said, because based on the circumstances, very difficult to find. Very difficult to find that, based on the circumstances. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna chase a girl with a fake ass. That's what they don't tell you about going to DR. That's what they don't tell passport bros about going to DR. Is that you're going to be chasing a girl with a fake fat ass. Okay? So let's just get that twisted. Let's get that untwisted right now. If you say, oh, Thailand, they don't got the big butts, so I like big butts. No, you don't like big butts. You like a fake butt. You like a butt that's full of shit. Let's just get that out there right now. Let's just get that out there right now. We know what a Brazilian butt lift is. If you ask her, is your ass real? She's going to lie. She's going to lie. And that's pretty much sums up DR. I don't even want to talk about DR, but that pretty much sums it up. So those are the ways that a passport bro likes being lied to. Okay, those are the ways. And dispute me if I'm wrong. Okay, dispute me if I'm wrong in the comments and in the chat. If I'm right, send me some cash apps. Send me some cash apps. We're going to see if I'm right. Hit that cash app. Leave feedback. Okay. Now, again, I'm already out of time, but I was going to talk about the psychology behind it. I'll have to do a part 2 because there is a psychology behind it, and I want to really get into it, but I got to go run real quick and do some errands because I'm about to leave soon, and I got to go do some things, make sure my business here is solidified and things like that. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow, and maybe we'll talk about the psychology behind why passport bros like to be lied to. Get the likes up, subscribe. Thank you for joining me. And, I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Make sure you share them in the comments, in the chat. Also, hit my cash app, leave feedback. I don't know how you can't support my channel, man. I don't understand how you can't do it, but I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. And like I said, either this is going to end with you guys showing up, and I'm going to be like, where you been? You guys are either eventually going to show up and be on my dick, or you're never going to show up at all, and it's going to look real weird and real crazy what you're willing to accept, the low rentness that you're willing to accept. All right? So that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Shout out to Zania Tony, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.